Oh my god, hey, and welcome to Stagey Isolation. I have been racking my brain trying to think of fun things I can do while I am in isolation, waiting for this all to blow over. It's a kingdom of isolation. Oh my god, hey, welcome back to my kingdom of stagey isolation. I honestly can't believe I am still saying that at the start of these videos. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Mickey Joe and I am obsessed with all things theatre. As I sit here today to film this video, it is World Theatre Day 2021. Whatever that can mean for us this year. I've seen so many of my friends and so many other theatre people posting on social media about this year that we've had without theatre. And while that's not necessarily entirely true because some shows have been able to reopen to a certain extent, it's basically what the industry has gone through. For the most part, it has been a year in which theatres have not been able to at least operate to full capacity. As luck would have it, it's also almost a year to the date of when I really started taking YouTube very seriously. I had started a little bit before the pandemic, sort of when Be More Chill was opening in London. The fact that I was part of the social media team for the London production of Be More Chill is what gained me a large amount of my early YouTube following. Thank you very much if that's the reason you subscribed to me. I think I hit 1,000 subscribers in the week that Be More Chill was about to open. I remember being sat with Bryony, Amy Lovett and Willie McKendy in the foyer of the other palace, and I think I hit 1,000 subscribers there as we were waiting to go in and see the dress rehearsal for Be More Chill. Flash forward a year and another 2,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. It's lovely to have you here. And I feel like my YouTube videos are now completely different. There's been a huge journey, and I wanted to take a little bit of time to reflect on that, as well as to show maybe some people who are new to my channel all of the content that they have missed over the past year and can now go back and watch. This essentially is what I have got up to during lockdown. It's important to remember that just getting through this emotionally is a huge achievement, and surviving this and coping in this incredibly difficult time, there's nothing else you need to feel like you've achieved this year other than just surviving. That being said, I'm also super proud that as someone who came on YouTube to make theatre content, I've been able to still put out regular YouTube videos just by clinging on to the idea of theatre and the fact that people still want to experience the magic of theatre and talk about theatre and listen about theatre even when it's not happening. So what did I do during the pandemic? Well, at the beginning, you know, I did what everyone else did. I started with a lot of baking. We are going to be baking a pie from the Waitress Sugar Butter Flour cookbook. We're just going to smash the biscuits with the wine, because that seems like a great idea right now. She is lonely most of the time. Oh, it's working surprisingly well. A lot of my time was spent playing video games as well. Okay, I'm warmed up, I'm in the zone, but I did not come here to play, except it is a video game, so in that sense, yes I did. Oh, angry drumming. Remember when I had a feeling in my knees? That was a nice time. Jennifer Holliday did not belt over a table at the Tony Awards for 6 minutes so that you could make this show about dancing. And this is not a snap. Just, you know, the classic video games that everyone plays. Then I did something that I'm assuming everyone has done at some point in the pandemic, which was to drink an entire bottle of wine and try to explain the plot of Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats while dressed as Mr. Mistopheles. Did you not do that? It's possible that was just me. Oh my god, meow! I am having a completely ordinary Sunday in my home. Dear little cats, dear little cat, dear little cat, jellicle cat, jellicle cat, jellicle cat. This is what a jellicle cat is. We're having a party. One of us is going to die later and ascend to the flames. He is the thickest of the cats. He's a chunky boy. He has had not only 108 wives, but he has outlived all of them. They do not find this suspicious. Lays her down on top of another cat called Skimbleshanks. He's now involved. Do I still have cat lips? Even though we couldn't go to the theatre, I got to listen to a bunch of new cast recordings. Some people sent me some new cast recordings, which was cool. Some of them were for shows that I had seen. Some of them were for shows that I haven't seen yet, and I'm now really excited to see once they reopen. It's my Zaz! Nicole Kidman can see my Zaz! I don't know, do Disney know about this show? Do they know about this song specifically? Egyptian royalty turns nice young men into sociopaths. If musical theatre has taught me one thing, it's taught me that.
feminist in me is at war with the dick-sucking black gay man.
Lots to unpack here. Show us yours ass. Oh, it's over. I tried to limit my social media time, but as I'm sure the rest of us did, you sometimes get sucked into a whirlpool of social media opinions. Altos need more appreciation. I appreciate you, altos. Capitalism has stolen theatre's souls and it will not return until all people can afford to sit and feel welcome in a Broadway theatre. Has capitalism stolen theatre's soul, or was it always intrinsically capitalist? Racism asks, why is the older cassette black? A lack of consistency narrative would also ask, why is the younger cassette white? You just saw the child, and 2 minutes later she's an adult, and you're like, I believe that, but not if she's black. Why is that your line? I feel like in the UK especially, people can be very two-faced about stunt casting. Like, people will complain, Sarah Bareilles goes into Waitress, and the entirety of West End theatre falls over each other to get tickets. It's also fair to say that I may have participated in a certain amount of unsubstantiated rumour and speculation. It was announced that the London production of Dear Evan Hansen wasn't going to open until early 2021. They literally found out the news on Twitter. It was rumoured Phantom was going to change in London, be replaced by a cheaper version, because even though Cameron Mackintosh is worth £1.25 billion, harps are expensive. And this is a little bit of tea that only I know. He didn't seem to worry about being seated with people outside of his personal bubble when it meant free theatre tickets earlier in the summer. And here is the tweet that made my brain explode. The marketing manager for Delphont Mackintosh Theatres said, "Nose to nose, it's a meter." One positive that there has been in this hellscape of a year is that it gave us all the time to reflect on social issues within the community, within the theatre community, within the world at large, the things that we need to take time and learn more about and reflect more on, whether that's things that affect the theatre community directly or things just in the world that need to be fixed. So what I wanted to talk about today, some of the shows, 10 shows that taught me about racism. I think the important lesson to learn from that show is that when we meet racist characters on stage, when we meet racism in real life, it's not always going to look like evil people. It's not always going to come from obvious villains or from obvious perspectives. Queer women are a lot harder to find in musical theatre. So even this amazing coming-of-age musical about a lesbian experience is sort of driven by a plot about a gay male experience. An upsetting caricature of a lesbian. It's worth saying if she is bisexual, she is not great representation for that, because her whole mantra is just, everyone wants to sleep with me and that's not my fault. Then eventually, after 5 months without theatre, a few theatres finally reopened their doors and I was able to go and see some shows. Today I have escaped my kingdom of stagey isolation to come to Regent's Park Open Air Theatre, where I am finally going to see some theatre after 5 months in lockdown. And the stage is right there. It's very close. We could touch them, but we won't, because that would go against government restrictions. And I've just bought tickets for a matinee, and then I realised it's in North London, so I'm running home. I am this evening at the Yvonne Arnaud Theatre in Guildford, where I am here to see Mischief Movie Night. That summer I got to see some fantastic performances that proved definitively what a viable career path theatre is. Eventually, there were even some big West End shows that were able to reopen, and you bet I made sure I was at the first performance of all of them. Oh my god, hey! I am super excited to be here at the Lyric Theatre in London for the first performance of 6. They're reopening after the pandemic shut down all of the theatre in the country. I am here again today in Theatreland in London to see Everybody's Talking About Jamie back in the place where it belongs at the Apollo Theatre in London. Then unfortunately, theatres had to close their doors again, so I went back inside and watched a lot of TV. I'm very excited to be finally watching the 2020 Olivier Awards. I need more ice in my wine. Oh, I need more wine in my wine. Love her! Love her! Differently, not yet. And I am dressed this way today because I'm also newly obsessed with the Netflix show Bridgerton. I have been very excitedly watching WandaVision on Disney+. It was Agatha all along. So I guess that's been my year in stagey isolation. Let me know what you guys have been up to in the comment section down below. I'm so excited for the next year that will hopefully see a lot more live theatre, a lot more in-person performances, and the chance for me to bring you a lot more exciting theatre content. Not that I'm not loving gossiping in my flat, but I am just so excited to go to actual theatres again and to get to bring you theatre magic on YouTube. If you've got any stagey family or friends who you think would enjoy the theatre content on my channel, please feel free to share this video with them as well. If you want to see even more stagey content, including extended versions of my YouTube videos, exclusive videos, and photo shoots of my theatre cosplays, check out my Patreon at the link below in the description. It's a great way to support me as a content creator and get access to even more stagey content. I hope that everyone is staying safe and that you have a stagey day. For 10 more seconds, I'm Mickey Joe Theatre. Oh my god, hey. Thanks for watching, have a stagey day. Subscribe!